Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias, joined on the camera, as I am each night, by sophomore Emma Freilich. It is Wednesday, January 16th, and we're about to tip off a non-conference matchup between the Upper St. Clair Panthers and the Allderdice Dragons. The Dragons come in here, a red-hot program, have been for 4 straight years. They're a regular on the Pennsylvania Turnpike as they head out to Harrisburg to play in the state finals. And this year, I'm sure they hope is no different. Your Panthers are 12-1 after suffering their first defeat of the season last night at the hands of their rivals to the north, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils, in a 10-point game, a game that was much closer than that. It was a single-digit game well into the fourth before fouls and as such got the Panthers behind the 8 ball. But at any rate, you sleep quick, you take a shower, and you get back out here and try to get after these Dragons, which is not going to be easy. Allderdice is the class of Western Pennsylvania and has been, as I mentioned in the opening, for the past 4 years. It is 2-0 in the early going. Allderdice, as Ben Sandusky works underneath for a 2. Allderdice is a storied legacy-type high school. It's a city school located in Pittsburgh's Squirrel Hill neighborhood. That's 42. You have to forgive me as I come up the scale in the names as well. Bobby Clifford with a 3. But Allderdice plays in the City League. They've got 2 losses on the year. They lost to Lower Merion, which is a suburb of Philadelphia, and then they lost to a team in Florida in a trip through the Sunshine State in a tournament. Other than that, they've been really unchallenged on the year. At any rate, we're dug in for a good non-section matchup. This marks the absolute halfway point. A big 3-ball. Is Jackson Bloffield, a 6'4" senior, dropped the 3, and Chris Pantelis tries to respond himself. It's off the front of the iron, can't get the roll, and it's a 5-2 Panther deficit. But this marks the halfway point of the season. Last night's game, the 5th sectional matchup. Again, the loss dropped the Panthers to 4-1 in section. Mount Lebanon moved on to 5-0. Every team plays the other team one time, and then they reverse the course. So the Panthers will move on to their section play after this match, and section play will end with a shot at retribution at Mount Lebanon High School. That will end sectional play. I'll have to check the calendar, but they oftentimes will throw in a non-sectional game there to round it out as well. Big 2, long 2 falls incomplete for the Dragons, and the Panthers down 5-2, 2.5 gone in the first. Will set up against a zone look, a 2-3 zone look. The Dragons are going to force you to hit some outside shots. Got good length on this team. That'll take away spacing. And they're quick. A 1-4 look there. On the floor for the Panthers, senior Christopher Pantelis, senior Tanner Gensler, senior Ben Sandusky, senior Jackson Geisler, and a sophomore Luke Gensler. That's Luke down in the left-hand corner. Well, this time last night, we had the Allderdice fans making a little noise. That's that defense. Not allowing any kind of penetration. Got a good look there at a 3-ball, couldn't get it to drop. Last night's crowd was, they were so packed in here. Down in that left-hand corner, we couldn't see because the student section remained standing for the whole time. I don't know. I've been coming to games up here since my family and I moved here in April of '01. That puts me at about 17 years, I suppose. I don't know if I've seen a crowd like that here. There was one like that out at Mount Lebanon. Oh God, it's got to be about 7 years ago. Both teams were fighting for the conference. That might have been a travel there. Lebo won that game as well by a bucket, I think, in a late going. At any rate, we are halfway through this first quarter. Lead remains 5-2. Allderdice is starting 5 with number 33, Rob Jones. Number 20, Jackson Blaufield. Jackson dropped that 3 ball to give the Dragons a 5-2 lead. That was number 34, Tyrell Childs. And number 24, Dante Klein. 7-2 Allderdice in the early going. Open 3 look, Chris Pantelis. He'll hit the 3, 7-5. St. Clair wants to get it done tonight. They're going to have to hit their outside shots against that tough defense. Geisler guilty of the foul. They called that on the floor, though, not a shooting foul. Andrew Casey has checked in. Inbounds play, that's their star, Davin Duggar. 6'7", sophomore, a chance to complete the old-fashioned 3. 6'7", senior, I beg your pardon, not a sophomore. And a nice stroke, he gets it done. Good-looking ball player, 10-5. Allderdice jumps into a press. St. Clair with a little more speed on the court. David Pantelis, here comes a long 3 from Andrew Casey. It's off the back of the iron. Up goes David Pantelis. He is fouled on the way up. It's Allderdice's first team foul. St. Clair's got 2. Andrew Casey inbounds the ball, finds Tanner Gensler on his way up, can't get it to work. And St. Clair will have to reload. Casey to Gensler, Gensler to Pantelis. Pantelis back to Gensler. 3 ball coming from Casey. It's not working right now. And St. Clair's trying to press the ball carrier a little bit here. Allderdice breaks that trap. We're working the offensive zone. They're up by 5 with 2.5 to play in a quick-moving first quarter. Wonder if these guys will stop at Aiello's or Minio's on the way home tonight. They've also got a great Chinese restaurant there, King George's. I was just out there. My son had a game at on Sunday night in Squirrel Hill. We stopped at Minio's for a cut before and Aiello's for a cut after. 10-5 with 2:20 to play in the first quarter. So we're straight on the bloodlines of that pizza. Minio's in Mount Lebanon, which is wonderful pizza. I got its start in Squirrel Hill, and they came out of Aiello's. And I thought that was the extent of the story. But I've got reason to believe that Fiore himself may have trained at Aiello's. Fiore's in Brookline, Fiore's in Peters. For what it's worth, the Fiore's in Brookline, I find it substantially better. I got a reason for that. David Pantelis with a in-rhythm 3 ball makes it 10-8. And I'll tell you why the reason. I think it's the water. I think city water, City of Pittsburgh water, that they use to make the dough in Brookline, Pittsburgh's 19th ward, is softer than Peters water, Peters Township water. And I've had a professional pizza maker tell me that dough, the water that goes into the dough is very, very important. 10-8, Dragons, we get back to this game, a 2-point lead over these Panthers, and Panthers taking a little page out of Joey David's playbook a little bit, maybe looking to grind a little clock here. David Pantelis, Chris Pantelis. Down low to Big Gens. Gens bounce pass inside Andrew Casey. Andrew Casey working among the the tall trees, and he finds a way to make it work, and it's 10-all with under a minute to go. Panthers on a little mini run here, 5-0. It's 10-10 as they try to trap the Jackson Blaufield. The Dragons maybe trying to set up for last shot here, 10-10. 30 to play, quick moving quarter. Mid-range jumper can't work. Casey with the rebound. Danny Holzer implores Luke Gensler to guard to slow it down. 17 seconds. He's going to want the last shot here. 10-all. 3-1's the call. I saw them practicing 3-1. I was up here earlier this week. And they're going to run 3-1 here with about 5 seconds to play. Can't get it in. Big 3-ball. Nothing there. 10-10 after 1. We'll be back. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias joined on the camera by sophomore Emma Freilich. We've just played one. St. Clair 10, Allderdice 10. Possession arrow favors your Panthers. Chris Pantella's inbounds the ball to sophomore Ethan Dahlem, number 3, the Dalai Lama. Keep your eye on the Dalai over these next couple of years. I'm particularly fond of him on a football field as well as the basketball field. Basketball court. 3-ball coming for Chris. It's down. It's a flat ball. He threw it right in the back of the rim now, and that gives the Panthers their first lead, 13-10. They give them a little more room to shoot than Mount Lebanon did. I will say this, what I've noticed in conference versus non-conference games, these conference opponents know one another so well that these things can really grind to a halt. Can they really turn into defensive games where each possession is critical? Now the same's true here. Possessions are possessions in the game of basketball. But my point is that the Dice may not know the Panthers nearly as well as Mount Lebanon, Bethel, Peters, Baldwin, etc. And subsequently, you can make mistakes like leaving a shooter wide open. Allderdice was here last Thursday in the section matchup against Cannon Mac that St. Clair won late to scout. I'm not sure to what extent Coach Holzer and his staff did live scouting on these Dragons. I'm sure they picked them up on Huddle. Huddle's a software package available to all of our programs, all of our sports teams, and Huddle will, it's basically a very, it's a version of YouTube that you could really get in and make changes and edits to. You can watch your opponent, load your opponent in there. You can interact with your opponent and trade films. So you can watch games, and it's certainly one way to view a game. I'm sitting with Emma on the visitor's side, on the same side, the same angle that you're watching on television. And with me right now are a row of 3 cameras. One is Danny Holzer's team camera. He has a film crew that will film his games. We've got Allderdice's camera here. They're going to film their own game. And then Danny will have a crew that'll go out and get the your next opponent's game film. So it's all loaded into Huddle, and then they can use it as teaching moments and most importantly, or as importantly, scouting moments. So you can scout your big 3-ball coming from Gensler. Luke Gensler drops a big 3 and propels the Panthers to a 2-point lead. But you can watch your opponent, and I always thought the most important part about film is you can watch yourself, self-scout, see what your tendencies are and see where you need to get better and what you do well. 16-14 after that long discourse on Huddle and tape. The Dragons in an early competitive game here. Jackson Blaufield goes left side, makes the basket, a nice left put in, and he was fouled on the way up, and he'll return to the line. He hit the 3-point play earlier. He's got 5 on the night. Jackson Blaufield chance to give the Dragons a 1-point lead. 16-all at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter in this non-sectional matchup. Jackson Blaufield shooting one. 3-point plays complete. Allderdice 17, Upper St. Clair 16. Luke Gensler, we'll have him around here for a few more years. Jackson Geisler underneath to Chris Pantelis, and here's Luke, catch and shoot from the right corner. It's off the back of the iron. Rebound taken away by the Dragons. And the Dragons will quickly transition into the offensive zone and set up shop against this Panther defense, which is playing man. 17-16, 4:20 to play. 3-ball coming, Blaufield in and out. Rebound taken away by Pantelis. It's Tanner Gensler, right side. Big man, nice feed. Chris Pantelis. He gets the teardrop to fall. Panthers back in front by 1, and Chris will go to the line shooting 2. I beg your pardon, shooting 1. Chance to convert on a 3-point play. Wow. Chris rolls the third one, a free throw in, and the Panthers are up by a point now. Allderdice working underneath. Number 42, Dylan Bewitz. Big 3-ball coming. Can't get it to work. Rebound taken away. Same team. Tanner Gensler with the rebound. And here come your Panthers with a chance to expand on this 1-point lead. Panthers licking their wounds off a tough loss last night. The hands of those pesky Blue Devils, crosstown rivals. Gensler had a notion on a 3, pulls it down. Wheels it out to the half-court stripe. Chris Pantelis had an edge, gets quickly shut off by that tight zone defense. Gensler back outside to Christopher. Christopher, 3-ball coming, little off target. Good flight path, just a little to the right. One thing leads to another. And Luke Geisler is good for 2. It's 21-17 as we head to our first timeout. Welcome back to the gym at Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias joined on the camera, as usual, by sophomore Emma Freilich. 21-17, St. Clair by 4. The Dragons just came out of a 30-second timeout. Clock is running. We're down to 3 to play in this first half. 21-17, 4-point lead. Panthers content sitting here trying to match up man-to-man. Kept the Dragons scoring down. This is a low-scoring affair. Long offensive sets here. Rob Jones, number 33, tried to take Luke Gensler off the dribble. Didn't work. It's a good call there. A rebound comes out, and they just called it over the back there. Yeah, they didn't like it on this side, but you're going to get called that all the time. So Davin Duggar. So Davin Duggar. He gets his second. That's Duggar's second. Keep an eye on that. 21-17. These Panthers looking to expand. 4-point lead, biggest of the night. We're going to get that taste. First time they tasted defeat this year out of their mouths. And it looks like they're grinding a little clock themselves. Gensler up top. You got to respect it because he will pop it. Normally you see a big guy up there doing that stuff. You chuckle. Luke Gensler stops, pops, can't get it to drop. Rebound taken away by the Dragons. It's Rob Jones off the dribble. Strong take to the right side of the arc.
Number 33, Rob Jones.
Luke Geisler, open 3 from the left side. You're going to want to win this game. You're going to need to a few more of those. 24-19, your Panthers picking up now. Up by 5. A little energy, a little juice on that bench now, too. A little energy, a little juice in that student section now. And they just turn them over in an unforced error. 24-19. 1:18 to play in the first half. Luke Gensler working against Rob Jones. Switch defense finds his senior classmate, Christopher Pantelis. Panto finds Andrew Casey on the right side. Casey back to Panto. Out to Gensler. Under a minute to play. Working on the clock here a little bit. Going to take a lead of some sort into the half. 3 ball. Oh! Well, he jacked the 3, but the problem was there was a timeout just before it. And we're going to go to a quick break. 24-19 USC. Welcome back from the 30-second timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Phil and Emma, Upper St. Clair High School. Second quarter, USC 24, Allderdice 19, 50.6 seconds to play. St. Clair coming out of a timeout will undoubtedly try to grind more on this clock and get a 2 or a 3 out of it as they work now down under 30 in its motion offense. Content to just have runners moving in an organized manner. And if you get one open, you get them the ball. If you don't, you reload and reset, keep it on the perimeter. Danny Holzer just yelling, hold it, hold it. Tanner Gensler tries the left side, nothing there. We're down to 10 now. 10 to play. We got to get some action going here. Tanner Gensler off the dribble, had a notion on a 3 ball, doesn't get it to work. Geisler underneath. Andrew Casey loses the handle. One thing led to another down there. 24-19, we'll go to the half. Welcome back to the second half of action, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of breath just came up the stairs. Allderdice inbounds the ball. They are trailing 24-19 as we start play in this third quarter. Well, a quick timeout there. Allderdice protect a loose ball in a possession. Allderdice, no doubt, feeling these possessions are important. 2.5 possession lead at 24-19 spread in this game. And a quick 30-second timeout as we settle in here. That was 25 seconds into the quarter he burned that timeout. And leaves him just 3.5. 24-19, 7.5. The Dragons moving right to left on your screen, on your radio dial. 3 ball coming from the top of the key. Jackson Bloomfield too strong. Rebound taken away. Tanner Gensler. And his sophomore brother Luke will set up shop at the top of the formation. Burn some clock. Very deliberate offensive sets here. Luke Geisler was hot from that left side early. Got these Dragons moving out of their... Oh, that ball was right on. Big 3 ball taken by Luke. It rattled off the front of the iron. Here's Rob Jones the other way. Makes an aggressive move to the hoop, and he's fouled en route. He'll go up and shoot 2. Allderdice packs it in the zone. They dare you to take those outside shots.
At the line is number 33, Rob Jones.
First one, it rattles in, then out. Rob Jones, a senior. Pretty good tailback for the Dragons as well. Hits the back end of a 2-shot foul, cuts the lead to 4. Long pass, cross court. Big three coming from Geisler, can't get it to work. The Dragons take away the rebound now, looking to cut. A minute and a half gone in this non-sectional matchup. Jackson Blofeld in rhythm, strokes it from the right side, hits a three. And the Dragons are back within one. You got to make a basket here, kind of stave off a run. The Dragons are aching to go on one. Some discussion there. What was the call? So it was a double dribble, but then they called the dice on a foul, so that'll take the double away. St. Clair by one. Here comes a three. It's off to the left. Doesn't work. That ball is inadvertent. They're going to call a foul on Chris here. Getting a little sloppy, not chippy. There's a difference. Just getting a little sloppy out there. 24-23. 2:15 gone. Third quarter. This interesting non-sectional matchup. St. Clair sticks with its man concept. Jackson Blofeld off the dribble. Can't get it to work. David Duggar with a putback. And the Dragons have scored 5 unanswered to open the second half here. And now lead 25-24. Again, the Panthers will set up in the half court. Danny Holzer sends enforcements to the line, to the checkout counter. Pantelis is good for 2, and I got David Pantelis and Andrew Casey at the scorer's table looking to check in. As the Panthers jump back up by 1. Just under 5 to play here. And there you go. They turn the Dragons over on an unforced error. Casey, Pantelis in, Geisler, Sandusky out. 26-25, Upper St. Clair. Tanner Gensler, senior, checks with Danny Holzer, yells out a couple instructions. They set up our offense. Right side, David Pantelis finds brother Christopher, back to brother David. 3-ball coming, deep and down as David drops a dime. 29-25. David's got 8 on the night. Very quiet for the sophomore, but he's got 8. The Panthers have jumped out by 4. Panthers got a little more space to operate in here. Despite the length of this Allderdice Dragon team, they seem content, the Dragons, to pack it in a little tight. We'll see if some of these made baskets doesn't bring that zone out, expand that zone a little bit, get a hand in the shooter's face, take away time and space. And that appears to be what they're doing a little bit there as Jackson Blofeld breaks one up. And I tell you, that Rob Jones with an aggressive move to the basket. He was not going to be denied to the rim, and he's fouled in the process. He got an edge on the defender. Football, cornerback is covering a wide receiver. You don't want that wide receiver to get even with you. I'll tell you, if he's even, he's leaving. And he got even there, Rob Jones, and he was on a leaving train to the basket. And the Dragons back within 1. And Jones guilty of a little bump foul down here on the baseline. Jones got a step there and made an aggressive move to the basket. All you aspiring cornerbacks out there, remember, if he's even, he's leaving. 29-28, 3:43 to play in the third, and what's turned out to be a pretty entertaining game to this point. David Pantelis over to Luke Gensler. 3-ball coming from Chris Pantelis. In rhythm. Panthers have their stroke tonight. 32-28. Will not go away. They continue to be talking about this. The Panthers playing with a lot of energy. Question coming into tonight. Would they be able to get their energy levels back up after that emotional game last night in front of that packed house? The sectional matchup? The answer has been a resounding yes, as the Panthers up by 4 just turned the Dragons over. And with 3 minutes to play, they look to take the biggest lead of the night. They led by 5 at the half. Lob pass right side to David Pantelis. Pantelis looking against Blaufield, can't get it to work. Find Luke Gensler left side, makes an aggressive move to the left side of the rim, well guarded. Rebound taken away by the Dragons. 2:43 to play. 3 ball coming right side. Jackson Blaufield, it's got to be covered. That kid can stroke it out there. That's his 4th 3 of the night. And somebody's going to have to get a hand in his face, or my guess is he will strike again. 32-31, big 3 coming. Panthers trying to respond. Rattles off the front of the rim, rebound taken away by the Dragons. Dylan Blah loses the handle. Chris Pantelis, hard in the basket, goes up, makes one. Probably could have used a foul call there. Well, Danny Holzer wasn't happening. 34-31, down to 2. Play is starting to open up a little bit, trying to go up and down now a little bit. Jackson Blaufield has been a factor. An aggressive move to the right side of the rim. Didn't make the basket, but he was fouled going up. Blaufield will shoot 2. He paces these Dragons with 12. Pantelis has 18 to lead the Panthers. First one is down. Right at 2 minutes to play. They're both good. 34-33, a 1-point game with 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Andrew Casey finds the dolly. I didn't see the dolly or Casey sneak in there. Dolly top side, Gensler. Finds Pantelis underneath the David Pantelis. Very nice work. The Panthers back up by 3. David has 8 on the night. Christopher has 18. Pantelises, plural, have 26 of the Panthers' 36 tonight. Minute and a half to play in the third quarter. Blaufield with Gentz on him, big Gentz. That's a good matchup there. A little switch defense. Now you find Christopher defending. Blaufield gets his own rebound, working hard in the paint, throws one up, can't get it to work. Rebound taken away, Tanner Gensler. Here come the Panthers. A lot more deliberate, not breaking. A fast break in the transition. They're bringing the ball up, content to play a half-court offense. Under a minute to play. 3 ball coming left side. Can't get it to work. 50 to play. Ball is picked off by the Dalai Lama. Dolly thinks twice of it, finds David Pantelis underneath. Can't force it here. Kick it back out. Smart call. 36-33, 40 to play. No need to force it. Set it up, grind this clock, and see if you can't finish the quarter with a made basket. 36-33, under 30 to play. David Pantelis left side. Danny Holzer imploring his team to hold. Now they've come out, these Dragons, a little bit more, trying to force some action. Sure what the call was there, maybe a charge. Yeah, they called a charge on 23 Tanner Gensler. Not so sure I saw it that way. Tanner will take a break here the last 18 seconds. And now the Dragons with a chance to cut. It's a 3-point lead with 15 to play. See if they can't get themselves a quality shot up. Try to work the ball inside. Not there. Panthers will turn over the Dragons. 8 seconds to play. Back comes Tanner Gensler on. So we've got a scoring opportunity. 8 seconds to play. They will have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Danny Holzer subbing galore, trying to get his offense in. Luke Geisler, they get it into 22. Luke Gensler, 6 to play. Chris Pantelis, right side, going to make his way to the rim. Can't get it to fall. And it ends the third quarter, 36-33. St. Clair will be right back. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias joined on the camera by sophomore Emma Freilich. About to start the fourth quarter. Possession arrow favors the Panthers. They will inbound the ball, leading by 3, 36-33. Panthers trying to knock off what I consider the class of Western Pennsylvania, the Allderdice Dragons. 2 losses on the year, 1 to a team out of Philly, 1 to a team out of Florida. As I said to start the broadcast, this team is fully expecting to find themselves at some point this year heading east on the Turnpike to the middle of the state for a state final. Tanner Gensler off the inbound pass tries to hit a 3 from the right corner. It doesn't work. Jackson Blaufield with an absolute bullet. The kid should play quarterback. That kid play football? It looks like it. Where's he going to school, do you know? Is he a senior? Is he going to play basketball or football? That's that quarterback. Big 3 ball by Chris Pantelis. What level is he looking? What level did he play? Definitely 39-33 Panthers. So Jackson Blaufield, their shooter, who fired a missile on that pass, is their quarterback and is looking to play undecided. Big 3 ball. Terrell Childs, 39-36 as they exchange threes here. Panthers set up, 6.5. We're getting into serious time now, folks. Allderdice responding with that 3 was huge. They're out. They got the hands in the face now. They've jumped into a man concept. They've jumped out of their zone. They've turned them over here a little bit. The Dice are no longer content sitting back in the zone. Now we got a 1-point game. And you got to think they're going to man up here if they think it's winning. Dragons starting to feel it now. They've traveled a long way. Pittsburgh's 23rd Ward looking to get something down here. 39-38, and there's a block on the floor. It's Allderdice's second team foul of the half. They got a few more of those to give. 1-point lead. And the Dragons trying to make a push. Breathing fire, if you will. I went to Brashear, which is a city school. I played. I didn't play basketball, but for football or baseball, I remember in football, first play of the game, Couple Stadium against Allderdice. We had a quarterback by the name of Major Harris. Mage went down to West Virginia and led those Mountaineers in a game against Lou Holtz's Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the Fiesta Bowl, the winner national championship. Major separated his shoulder the first quarter. Notre Dame goes on to win. As an aside, I firmly believe the Mountaineers win that game. But at any rate, Major was a senior, he gets sacked in the first play of the game by a Allderdice linebacker. The linebacker gets up and says, "Nobody rolls the dice." 39-38. We went on and steamrolled the Dice that night, but that linebacker smack talk stayed with me. Chris Pantelis, 41-38, trying to roll the dice, which is not easy to do. 4:38 to play in the fourth. St. Clair by 3. Blaufield, the quarterback, just inside the 3-point zone. Can't get it to fall. And the Panthers will take one off. He was bound to cool off. 3-ball response. And it's a big one, 44-38. Here we go. Timeout. Allderdice, 4:14 to play. Panthers by 6. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 44-38. Panthers' biggest lead of the evening by 6. 4:14 to play. Allderdice inbounds the ball. St. Clair patiently waits in their zone. Lob pass. It doesn't work on the pass, but there is a foul. It'll be a shooting foul. And David Duggar will head to the line. So if you carve each quarter up into 2, 4 minutes, you have 8 periods. St. Clair is 7/8 of the way through the game, 87.5%. They have a 5-point lead. They've got to find a way to finish out the remaining 12.5% of the game. They got to find a way to finish the 1/8 of this game to knock off the Slady's Mighty Dragons. 44-39, just under 4 to play. It's for all you aspiring math or statistic majors. St. Clair beats the press. They tried to trap the ball carrier. Allderdice staying in this man concept. They dropped out of that zone and trying to create a turnover, take away time and space. These Panthers, and that's one risk with it. You start to foul a little bit more, but they had fouls to give, so that's not the biggest deal in the world. And to be honest with you, if they continue to trail, they're going to want to be in a position where they foul and get St. Clair on the line. That's only their 3rd team foul. So that's nothing to Allderdice, but that's what they get. Tip ball, turnover. Here they come down by 5. Left side, can't get it to work. Put back works, and now we got a 3-point game. I'm going to come up here and press this ball carrier a little bit. Long pass to David Pantelis. David had a notion on the left side, thought other. Christopher with a 3-ball in motion, can't get it to work. Tanner Gensler working big underneath, gets the rebound, goes back up, can't get it to drop, but he is fouled in the process, and this is one of our better foul shooters. You get him to the line. I tell you, a foul shooter we're missing, a shooter we're missing, a basketball player we're missing. Josh Russell, Jr., tore his meniscus, I think in their trip to the Bahamas, he told me. And we're going to miss him for the year. He's sitting 3rd from last on that bench. He's got that contraption on his left knee. Gensler hits them both. They're taking a full timeout. We're going to go to a break with the Panthers up by 5. And we're back. 46-41, 3:13 to play in the game. Panthers with 16 fouls. That means the Dragons will shoot from the bonus from here on in. The Dragons have been guilty of 4 fouls. They've got 2 to give. David Pantelis covers Rob Jones. Yeah, it's a pretty good matchup. You give this Jones an angle. And he just traveled there, unforced there. I was going to say, if you give Jones a seam, he'll be on that rim before you can bat an eye. He's quick. Reminds me of a story once. Remember, I'm a big Muhammad Ali fan, and Ali was given one of his patented press conferences. And he was saying, I'm quick. I'll tell you how quick I am. At night when I go to bed, I turn the light out, and before the lights go out, I'm in bed under the covers and sound asleep. That's how quick Muhammad Ali was. Rob Jones isn't quite that quick, but if you give him an edge, he will be on that rim. The Dragons contest that inbound play. I think they wanted a jump on that. Instead, they got a foul. That's their 5th. They still have 1 more to give, 2:57. And again, that puts them in a position, they give it now. That puts them in a position now where they want to be, which is when they foul, they send St. Clair to the line if they choose to in a 1-on-1 situation. And of course, the hope is St. Clair can't hit their foul shots. They pull the rebound off and score. So not a bad place to use your fouls, trying to turn a team over. 46-41, 2:49 to play. Gensler right side again against this man defense. They're going to stick in this man. I feel like it's a better opportunity. They can't play zone. St. Clair will sit there and and take the time away. 3-point ball coming. Andrew Casey cannot get it to drop. That would have been a dagger. 46-41 would have been a mini dagger. 2:26 to play. Andrew from that right side.
Andrew Casey. At the line is number 12, Sean Graves.
And then there's a foul, an ensuing foul, and it gives Allderdice the opportunity to score without the clock moving. Shooting 1-1, doesn't hit the front end. Rebound taken away by St. Clair. Gensler to Gensler, back to Gensler. Gensler brings the ball up, finds Pantelis, back to Sandusky. Sandusky's got a brother that played hoops at Lebo. So we got a lot of brothers playing hoops out here. (46-41), 2:08. Casey and David Pantelis check in. Geisler and Sandusky check out. Down to 2 to play. Panthers guarding a 5-point lead, looking to expand with one of their better foul shooters on the line, Tanner Gensler. Being recruited among other places, Marietta, Ohio. The Marietta Pioneers. 3-ball coming right side. Bobby Childs can't get it to work off the back of the iron. The rebound resulted in a foul by Chris Pantelis. And that will send Davion Duger to the line. Shooting 1-1.
Andrew Casey. At the line is number 40, David Carter.
First one's good, but Marietta looking at, like I said, I'm sure there are several places looking at him, but I'd love to see him down there as a Pio playing in the OAC. Can't control the rebound, 46-42. Getting a little tight here, just under 2 to play. He's got to get it in. Timeout Allderdice to save the possession, 46-42 Panthers. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 46-42, getting a little tight here in Pantherland, 1:59 to play. These Dragons mean business. Inbounds from underneath. 3-ball coming left side, can't get it to work. Rebound taken away by Allderdice. Boy, we got another foul here. Dicer getting the opportunity to score without the clock moving. They will go to the line and shoot 1-1.
Number 2, David Pantelis. At the line is number 12, Sean Graves.
A little confusion on who the shooter was. The shooter was, the foul victim was number 12, Sean Graves, and he will shoot 1-1. St. Clair's 9th team foul. That means they're in a double bonus from here on in. First one rolls around and drops, 46-43. .154 to play. Graves misses the back end of a 1-1. Quick foul underneath. I'm not so sure that Allderdice is unhappy with that play. They'll probably content to turn it into a little bit of a free throw shooting contest here for a while. Chris Pantelis will go to the line. He'll shoot 1-1. If he hits the front one, he'll earn a right to shoot the second. Chris Pantelis shooting 1-1. First one's good. Puts Panto at 25 for the night. His brother has 13. That scoreboard doesn't reflect it, though. Well, a loose ball, and we got a foul, and now we're heading back down the other end. They'll shoot two. 47-43. That was on a loose ball. It was a quick whistle. The Dice are now shooting from the double bonus. They'll shoot two down here, and this is their.
Fouls on number 32, Andrew Casey. At the line is number 42, Bobby Clifford.
Bobby Clifford, one of the better free throw shooters, trailing by 4. And like that, he misses the front end. 2-shot foul. We'll keep it at 4. Holzer's got Geisler and Sandusky back in. Both those kids have good handles, ball control, the ability to dribble in a phone booth will be key here as they apply this pressure. We could be seeing a timeout here. Do not. Geisler finds Sandusky. Sandusky in traffic finds Pantelis. 1:40. Pursuit is hot. These Dragons are all over the place. Boy, no foul there. No harm. Gensler to Gensler. We'll get a foul here. He will shoot one, though. He's in the single bonus. 47-44, 3-point lead. These free throws are like gold. 25 seconds have passed in the last 4 minutes of real time. And it has been a series of free throws. Gensler shooting 1 and 1. Front one dribbles in. I had a guy tell me once, when they're hitting the front of that rim on free throws, their legs are tired. His second game in 24 hours. I don't know if Gensler's had much more than a minute or two off. He hit the front and the end both times. We got a lane violation. He's going to get another shot. Nope. A lane violation was on St. Clair. 48-44, 4-point lead. And St. Clair's going to have to get the gas if they're going to get this win out of here tonight. And just like that, Tanner Gensler turns him over. David Pantelis, left side, can't get it to fall. Loose ball. Pantelis gets it back. He's fouled. He's going to shoot two himself now. 48-44 with 1:23. Panthers need to find the necessary juice to finish off these mighty Dragons.
Fouls on number 12, Sean Graves. At the line is number 2, Dave Pantelis.
48-44. David Pantelis will head to the line. We've got here at the gym a scoreboard that should show you the number and the points. The young man at the line is number 2, David Pantelis. He is not up on that board, so I don't know his fouls or his points. But I think he's got 13. I think that makes 14. We wouldn't know it from the scoreboard. I wonder, I guess they're just not tracking it because maybe I should move on. 49-44. David Pantelis has not hit the second one. 5-point lead. 120. Here comes a 3-ball from Blaufield. Left side. Off the back of the rim. David Pantelis with the rebound. Tanner Gensler working in traffic. Find his brother Luke. Luke is poke check from behind. Luke will go to the line. He will shoot two as they enter the double bonus. 1:10 to play.
Fouls on number 20, Jackson Blaufield. At the line is number 22, Luke Gensler.
First one's good, Luke. He's got 4 in the night, I think. If you know what I mean. I'm reading the board. And he hits them both. 51-44. Seven-point Allderdice lead. 3-ball coming. He hit it. Jackson Blaufield with a big 3. 51-47.
Jackson Blaufield for 3.
Pulls these Dragons within 4. That's a full timeout. We're going to go to a break with the Panthers up by 4. We're back, 51-47, 101 to play. A lot of fouls, a lot of timeouts. 4-point lead. Jackson Blaufield just buried a 3 and pulled a dice within 4. Imagine they're not going to be too patient. They're going to want to foul, pick the right guy, in their opinion, to foul. They probably don't want to foul 23. You know, his legs may be a little wobbly, Tanner. I'm not sure he's had much time off in his last 2 games at all. Luke Geisler will go to the line. Pretty good even stroke there. Both teams operate from the double bonus. (52-47). Second one doesn't work. Rebound taken away by the Dice. 50 seconds and we're rolling. Quick possession. And they scored quick on the break right there. Scored very quick. St. Clair's going to have to inbound the ball here without turning it over. David Pantelis was really roughed up over there. Nothing called. 3-point lead. They're going to be looking to foul. St. Clair is going to have to hit their threes, and then they're going to have to guard that rim. That was about a 4-second offensive possession for the Dice. They scored too quickly in transition. Inbound the ball to Casey. Casey back to Pantelis. A little too much business on Luke Gensler. Luke will go to the line with a 3-point lead. And a chance to expand. These are big free throws. And Luke Gensler, number 22, has 9 on the evening. First one's down. It's a 4-point lead. Second one doesn't work. 4-point lead. We're down to 30 to play. Panthers need to play some defense. Keep them off the rim here. They're going to want quick possessions here. They find one there. It's a 2-point lead with 20 to play. 53-40. 53-40. I beg your pardon. 53-51's the score. That's a really quick foul. So quick I didn't see it. It was Muhammad Ali quick. It's his third. Now they're going to keep handing these fouls out. At some point we're going to get some guys to foul out. Number 12, Sean Graves, has 4. Tanner hits the front end of a 2-shot foul. 3-point lead, 21.5 seconds to play. Danny Holzer's Panthers trying to knock off these mighty Dragons. Gets the second one to fall. It's a 4-point lead, running clock. Dragons just turned one over there. That one stings. That's going to sting the Dragons. Insert a small dagger. 55-51, not fatal necessarily, but the dagger has been inserted. Inbound the ball to Luke Gensler. Back to Chris Pantelis. Boy, Chris had a seam there. He was running down a football field after a pass. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2. This Allderdice crowd starting to break up like a 5-day-old chest cold as they're starting to sprinkle out of here. Pantelis misses the front one. 55-51, 16.4 to play. This will be quite a feather in the cap of these Panthers to knock off these Dragons. Second one goes down, 5-point lead, 16-4 to play. Panthers just need to defend, make them burn a little clock. Blaufield with a 3 in traffic, can't get it to fall. Rebound taken away, David Pantelis. Lob ball to Chris Pantelis. In for 2, 58-51. That's going to do it, a final. Impressive win indeed by these Panthers to bounce back after that loss and knock off a very good Allderdice Dragon team. The Panthers have, in fact, rolled the dice. 58-51 your final. On behalf of Phil Elias and Emma Freilich, good night.